Good evening, viewers. If you are new here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. This evening, I'm taking you through what some of the prominent Kenyans are saying about the ongoing protests in Kenya. Protests in Kenya. That is what we are looking at. So the first one is Gabriel Doran. Gabriel Doran, one is a Reverend Father in the Catholic Church. He says demonstrations at H. Kindiki, proposals to limit civic space to assemble and protest, government restoring Moism, repression, added to tribalism, corruption, and broken preaches, and broken prejudice. Protests liable to increase and not cease. That is one thing somebody is saying. Let's also check on what these other people are saying about protests in general. This is by Dr. William Mtunga, the former Chief Justice. Just one truth about demonstrations that is recorded in our history of our struggle. The state does resurrect its private militia to do its bidding. The so-called goons could be police agents paid to destroy property. The organizers of the demonstrations are then framed. That is Dr. William Mtunga talking. Then, of course, there is more people speaking here on Twitter. We have Citizen TV saying that President William Ruto is out of the country. He traveled yesterday on the 6th March 2023 for a 4-day visit to Federal Republic of Germany and Belgium, respectively. And maybe this is a way of the president running away from the country, to run away from the problems. He should face those problems heads on. I believe we left the problems of protests to be handled by someone else. Who is one deputy president, Gashawa. Okay, let's see the final image. This is from a prominent Nairobi city advocate by the name Ndewa Njiru. Ndewa Njiru is a city lawyer. He's an advocate of High Court of Kenya. He tweets at Njiru Advocate, Njiru ADF. He says, "Who said that my tribe, the Agikuyu, are the only business people in Nairobi? Ili watu waseme eti maandamano inaharibu biashara ya Wakikuyu. Who did the survey? Kikuyus wake up from your slumber and smell the coffee. Other communities are ahead of you and in fact doing better than you." So he might be saying some truth because nobody knows. Nobody has ever done a survey, has ever collected data to show that Kikuyus have the most businesses in Nairobi city. Just like what Gashawa says every day. Probably the Ruhias have more businesses than those Kikuyus. Probably the Ruos have more businesses in the city. So we don't have data to support those claims. And then there one Njiru is checking on that. So thank you very much for checking in on Kerosi TV. Good evening, viewers. Thank you very much for tuning in to this video and checking out what we are doing. So if you are new here, we request that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kerosi TV, and also check on Instagram. We have an account there known as Kerosi Blog. We will be happy. Very happy, extremely happy, because we will know what type of content you could want us to produce henceforth. Thank you very much. See you on the next episode.